How do I know if my patient it can tolerate activity? I don't know, maybe you get me up from my bed and you ask me to walk in the wall, in the house. I may come for a cardiac problem or I may come for a hip problem, I don't know. I get for something. You would check my blood pressure and pulse. You would get to check my strength for my hands, for my feet, make sure that I can push against resistance when I get up, you know. And you're gonna sit me on the side of my bed, maybe to start with, to make sure that I'm not flat. Why will you sit me in the front of my bed? Exactly. So when I'm
currently getting ready for clinical. Make sure I don't have anything. I have clinical tomorrow. I don't remember if I disinfected it, but a stethoscope case, highlighter. I have like a little ponytail because you never know. I have like a mini notebook just in case, you never know. Pen light, pencil, Sharpie, and a whiteboard. My instructor gave us this. Pen, badge scissors. Haven't used these yet. And then a bunch of alcohol preps, prep pads. You know, these ones we got our first, basically last week. That's everything that fits in here, and then I'm just going to place the little notebook in here. So basically all of that goes in my pockets. I don't bring this case with me when I'm on the floor. Extra water, and then clinical paperwork that our instructor gave us. Just keep that in there. And then my skills check off that I need to get signed off on. And then here I have my little pencil box, my little pencil bag. Just have some highlighters, pens, pencils, just in case, you know, I need them. And then my lunch box that I'm going to be taking for lunch tomorrow. So there's already water in here, and then some snacks just in case I get hungry. I have my little glasses. I have like an extra mask. I know, super unsanitary. Just in case of anything. My snacks, granola bars, fruit snacks, hand sanitizer. I'm gonna have to put one in my lunchbox. And then here in my nursing clipboard, I have all my clinical paperwork. My little S-bar sheet that our instructor gave us. And then, you know, my clinical paperwork, which I'm not going to show because it has my school on there. And then I just bring like extra white paper just in case I need to write anything down. Basically when I do report, even though basically what this is for, but you know, I like to write it here on a white piece of paper. And then basically how to give SBAR. And that's basically all that I bring to clinical, nothing else. You don't need no fancy backpack, none of that. I basically bring what you can put in your side pockets of your scrubs, and if you can put it in your side pockets, then I don't know what to tell you, then you don't need to bring that to clinical. Also, in my side pockets I also keep my wallet and my keys and my phone. I don't leave that on in my backpack just because, like, you never know. So yeah. Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. So this video is going to be a lot of little mini clips and basically just me updating you guys on what has been going on this semester. So since the last time that I updated you guys was basically, it's about to be like a month. I did not film during finals week when I had my finals for maternity and for pediatrics. I had a lot going on, so that's why I didn't really film for you guys. So yeah, apologies for that. Also, I know I haven't really been on here on YouTube that much, but a lot has been going on. Once finals were done, we just had like a week basically off of school, and then we started our new semester, which is med surg. For any of you guys that are wondering, I basically have started my 4th out of 8 semesters of nursing school. So if you're new to my channel, I am in a part-time nursing program. So right now I'm in my 4th semester, which is basically like my last class of my 2nd semester if I was a full-time student. So yes, you guys, so that is what has been going on. So basically I passed maternity and pediatrics. Those classes were hard and brutal. That's why I noticed that I didn't really, you know, pick up the camera so much because I was so focused on, you know, passing those classes, just because I was worried that I wasn't going to pass. But you know, I put in the work and I passed those 2 classes, and you know, I didn't really film that much last semester, so I'm going to try my best to film this semester for you guys, because this semester is quite different from this being like the 2nd week of a new semester, if that makes sense. So I'm going to be trying my best. So if I'm not here on YouTube, I'm going to be on Instagram. I feel like it's more easier for me to post on Instagram versus, you know, to film a video, edit, and, you know, post on YouTube. But I'm trying my best. I know I was like really consistent in like my first 3 semesters, but this time I feel like it's just getting harder from here. So, you know, bear with me if you guys don't really see videos from me on YouTube. But yes, I basically started my 4th semester, and that is med surg. Med surg 1 is basically when you start learning about diseases and basically connecting the dots, and fundamentals comes back, your lab assessments comes back, and basically your head to toe you know, assessments, they come back, like they're never going to go away. So basically how med surg is this semester is I have lecture and clinical. There's no lab for this class, luckily. So I have lectures on Thursdays and I have clinicals on Saturdays. So, you know, I have like Fridays are like my free days, if that makes sense. But you know, on Saturdays we have super early clinical. So for lecture, how that is, luckily I've already had this professor before. I had this professor from my fundamentals clinical, and for fundamentals clinical she was really hard on us, from what I remember when I took her. And you know, it's like exactly a year ago that I took fundamentals, since, you know, we're in the summer term. So I took fundamentals like a year ago with this same professor that I have for lecture, and she was really hard on us. She really made us critically think. I remember when I had her for clinical, I don't know if I really talked so much about it, but she was really hard on us when it came to our clinical paperwork. Like, we would never get like 100%, like 30 out of 30, never, until like our last paperwork that we all submitted in. That's when we got that's when everyone got a 30 out of 30. But you know, from like the whole entire semester, no one really ended up ever getting a 30 until like our last our last time that we turned in clinical paperwork. So she was really, you know, that's hard, but I did learn so much from her, from me, you know, taking her for clinical, if that makes sense. And when I had fundamentals clinical, that was all online. Specifically, that is, you know, when COVID started and we weren't allowed in the hospitals. Well, that was just mostly my clinical group that I was in. But, you know, I have her now for med surg lecture, and she is really hard. I am not going to lie, I feel like this class is going to be really hard. You know, it's like, it like goes on from, you know, whatever you last learned from fundamentals. And then a lot of people say that fundamentals is like the CNA, and it's really not. So, you know, for this class, I am going to have to put in the work, you know, to study for this class, since it's different, it's harder, and professors basically expect you to know, you know, the material, to like critically think, you know, it's much harder and stuff like that. But we will see how this class goes for lecture. I am scared, but you know, I got this, and I'm going to try my best to pass this class. But basically, for clinical, we have an amazing clinical instructor. I feel like I'm going to learn a lot from this instructor that, you know, I haven't really learned so much from, you know, my other professors. So I'm quite excited for that, for clinical. And, you know, yeah, that's what has basically been going on, you guys. But yeah, we already had our first clinical for med surg. We were in a med surg unit. I was paired with a nurse. You know, it went really well, learned a lot. You know, it's just the first day we're getting used to starting to do head-to-toe assessments. I feel like I did well on my head-to-toe assessment, but we will see how that goes, like how I go throughout the semester, just because, you know, this is like my first real head-to-toe. I did do a head-to-toe on patients, you know, when I was in peds, but that was different compared to med surg. In med surg, you really have to like do a head-to-toe assessment and stuff like that. So yes, my first clinical went really well. And you know, basically there's not really much that goes on to med surg except lecture and clinical. It's just more work. Luckily, we don't have any quizzes for this class, which I feel like really sucks. No quizzes, no like extra homework outside of just doing case studies and like a presentation. That's basically all we have. We don't have an ATI yet, until I heard that we don't have an ATI until like our 5th semester, until our 6th semester. So when we take med surg 2 is when we take our ATI. But for now, luckily, we are not going to be taking an ATI this semester, so I won't have to be worrying about that. It's just I have to worry about the lecture and the material and doing well in clinical. And there's like so much more that goes into clinical that I can probably ramble on about clinical and stuff like that, but that is just my small little update on where I've been and what has been happening the first 2 weeks of nursing school. But you know, I'm about to basically be starting week 3 already, and we have our exam coming up, our first exam for med surg. So yeah, you guys, that is my little update on what has been going on and basically where I've been, for any of you guys that were wondering why I haven't been posting and stuff. But you know, I'm just basically trying to get through another semester of nursing school.